If you guys lacking coins for all the new cards that are out, then check out mulefactory.com. They're the cheapest site I've found for coins. They deliver in 5 minutes. And if you use TGC Kurt5 at checkout, you get 5% off your order. Check them out with the link down below now. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new FIFA 10 to FIFA 18 transfer special. If you guys don't know what this is a series where we look at around 10 transfers that have happened in the last week or so, maybe 4 days, and see how they have changed from FIFA 10 to FIFA 18. Today we have 10 very special players. There's some quite big transfers this week. We don't have Alvaro Morata because I'd done all like the graphics and stuff before he'd signed. We'll save him for the next episode, don't you worry. It's going to be interesting to look back at his history. But, of course, if it is your first time watching, don't forget to subscribe, and if you guys are enjoying it, smash that like button. But without any further ado, we're going to get into it with the first player. I need to put him on the actual, in the squad before we start messing around with his on-the-screen stuff. But that is Bakayoko, Timu Bakayoko. He started off this season with a 74 rated silver. He went up to a 78 rated silver and of course has moved to Chelsea if you guys didn't know. But Bakayoko, let's have a look at his history throughout FIFA. Now if we go back to FIFA 15, you'll see his first card on the game. He'd just been bought from Rennes in France to Monaco for a fee of £7 million, so not bad at all. He's now just been bought 3 seasons on for 40 million quid. So that's a pretty good return. He kind of started to break through this year. This was his big breakthrough season in terms of when he had like the most effect. He played 19 games the season before and 12 the season before that. But this year in all competitions, he played 51 games. That's a lot of appearances for him. 14 European ties. That's ridiculous. That is an insane amount for a player to play over a season. But yeah, Bakayoko, 14 games, 51 across the season, got in the team of the year and had a very, very good year for Monaco. I don't know how much he's going to play for Chelsea next season. Is he going to replace Matic entirely? Is Matic going? They have so many central midfielders. Is he going to be a starter? I don't know, but it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they're going to do with their midfield next year. Next up, we have another pretty big signing. This is Nelson Semedo. I'm not sure how you say it. I'm going to go for Semedo. That probably seems about right. I'll just call him Nelson from now on. If you guys don't know, he's just signed for Barcelona. He was, of course, at Benfica all of the last few seasons. He's actually been with them since 2013 through their youth setup, etc. Last year was his first big season. 31 appearances he made for the Portuguese side in the league. He's now just been bought by Barcelona for, I think, is it 30? Yeah, 30 million plus a potential 5 mil for every 50 games that Semedo plays for Barcelona. So quite an interesting add-on clause. But it's going to be interesting to see how he gets on for Barcelona, as you would have seen as well if we look here real quick. He obviously ended up having quite a few special cards throughout this year, 2 informs, a team of the season, so he was obviously quite consistently in good form. But we're going to look at his cards on FIFA. He had a silver last season, another player that was silver only just last year and only broke through this season, yet still getting 30-40 million spent on him. It's mental. But 30 million for the right back. He has that gold card this year. He'll probably have an 80 rated card next season. You know what FIFA's like, and he'll probably be pretty flipping sick in game. Next up we have Lucas Biglia. Now he has just signed for AC Milan, one of many signings they have done this window. They have absolutely just smashed this transfer window. They've had one of the best windows I've ever seen a team have. In fact, I think they beat like Bayern 4-0 today or something like that. They absolutely battered them. They are just hammering through the pre-season friendlies. But Biglia has just signed for AC Milan for a fee of 17 million, which doesn't seem that much for me. For a midfielder that has been pretty much ever present for Lazio for 4 seasons. He had like 10 seasons at Anderlecht. I think it's a pretty good signing. He is 31 years of age. So, I mean, he's getting on a little bit, but that experience is probably what they need in their midfield. But we're going to look through his history. He started off, he was a low-rated player at Anderlecht. He was up to a gold 76, down to a 75. Then he got a team of the season card in FIFA 13. During this season, this was the season before he was bought by Lazio, got 5 goals in 36, 51 appearances in all competitions for Anderlecht. That is not bad at all. Then he signed for Lazio for a fee of, let me get his exact fee, 8.4 million, so not bad at all. They've turned a bit of a profit on him and got 4 good seasons out of him. He's been very consistent, and this year has probably been his best season for Lazio so far. Again, getting the team of the season card, been really exciting for them and very influential for Lazio this season. I'm looking forward to seeing this AC Milan side next year. So many players got so much potential. It's going to be exciting. Next up, we have one. I'm literally just going to put his card on the screen straight away because I know if I don't include him, I will get literally so many messages. Guys, if I don't include Turkish players in videos, the amount of tweets and comments I get, it's insane. And I don't just mean actual Turkish players, just transfers to the Turkish league or Turkish players. It's just ridiculous. It is the nationality that gives me the most comments if I miss a player. It's incredible. So, there you go. Cengiz Ünder. That's how I'm going to go for it. He's just signed for Roma. 13 million quid. This is all I've got to show you. Got a man of the match card last year. Next up, we have Joe Hart. I like this transfer. I'm happy for him to get a move to another Premier League club. I'm excited to see how he does at West Ham. I don't know what rating he's going to get, but Joe Hart, it's going to be interesting. It's his second loan now. He obviously couldn't find a permanent deal. He's gone to West Ham. He's been at Torino last year. His history is pretty simple. He has one season at Birmingham. I'm guessing this was on loan. Yeah, it was. He was, in terms of his actual history, he was bought off Shrewsbury Town. I actually remember that. I don't know why. He went to Man City, of course, and then went on loan to Tranmere, Blackpool, and then Birmingham for this season. After that, he was a Man City goalie year after year. He got a team of the season in FIFA 12. That was his only team of the season card for all of FIFA. He basically stayed around 83, 84 rated for that many FIFAs. That is incredibly consistent. I don't think there's many cards that have not gone up or down by more than one in 6 years. That is incredibly consistent. He's 30 years old now, so he is actually a little bit older than I thought. In my head, I still picture him to be like 27. I don't know why, but I'm assuming he's gone to West Ham because he wants to be playing World Cup next year, especially with Butland having a full season at Stoke. It's going to be very, very interesting to see who is going to be the #1 goalie for England at the World Cup. But yeah, Joe Hart, he's off to West Ham. Fair play, happy for him to get that loan move. Next up is Lucas Leiva, the man himself. Bit of a meme, really, as of the last couple of seasons. He's been a good servant for Liverpool. He's been there since 2007, was signed from Gremio. Fair play, 10 years at the club. That is a history and a half. He's just signed for Lazio for 5 million quid. That is not much at all. How much did they originally buy him for? 5 million quid. There you go. They got the money back. Let's look at his history. Obviously, he's at Liverpool the entire time. He had a 76 rated centre mid card. This season, he actually ended up playing 35 games. He had a very up and down sort of time. These 2 years were his peak. He played 35 and 33 times for Liverpool. Following season, just the 12 games. I don't know if that was through injury or just not selected, really. Then he played 26, 27, 20, 26, 24. He had a very up and down sort of ride. He hit 50 in all competitions in one of the seasons at Liverpool. A very, very regular player. Just a very good, versatile player. Can feature in a lot of different positions. Can do a lot for the club. And yeah, it's probably a good time he goes. Could say he's replacing the man that we've got right next to him in the squad. Is he replacing Bilia next season? Who knows? But one old face goes in and one goes out. Lucas Leiva is off to Lazio. Wojciech Szczesny. Oh, I'm going to miss this boy. He is off to Juventus this season. It's upsetting. Obviously, he's been on loan at Roma this year. He was upgraded to an 81 in FIFA. He's been at Arsenal for quite a while now. He joined us in 2006 in the youth setup. He came up with like Jack Wilshere, Benica Fobi. These boys all played together in the youth setup at Arsenal 11, 12 years ago. This is back when they were like 15, 16. So we've definitely seen him grow a lot as a player and as a man, but he is going to Juventus for a very, very low fee. 12 million quid doesn't seem right for a goalkeeper that's, what, 27, just hitting his peak, had a fantastic season for Roma. If we look back through his history, his first year on the game was FIFA 11. He actually had a silver card as well earlier on in that FIFA. But it wasn't actually, I always put their upgraded card. So he got upgraded in the January to this 76 rated card. Then he had a 79, an 80. He's another goalie that just like this episode, stayed around the same sort of level. He's not really gone too much. He's not fluctuated a lot. He was a starting goalkeeper for quite a few years for Arsenal. He was dropped at one point for Fabianski, but all in all was pretty much the main goalie. There was 2 seasons where he played 38 and 37 Premier League games. The guy was a regular for us, but he just kind of fell out of Wenger's view when he had the antics at Southampton away, if you guys remember, or his smoking in the change room and all that sort of stuff. And he's just had 2 seasons on loan at Roma now, but that's it. 34 and 38 games. He's obviously impressed them enough. He is going to Juve on a permanent deal. Be very interesting if he actually ends up replacing Buffon. That will really annoy me if we sell our one of our youth products. They end up going to Juventus for 12 million quid, and if he becomes a starter for Juve, that'll just be absolutely ridiculous. Really, really annoying. The guy obviously loved the club as well. But next up, we have Di Scilio. Now, this guy is obviously a fullback. He plays left back, right back, wherever he feels like playing, to be honest. I think AC Milan have bought in so many players, they decided we could just let this one go. Now, Di Scilio was just signed for Juventus for 12 million quid. It's back-to-back, second Juventus signing that we've had here. He's played a relatively high amount of games for Milan, 20 every season pretty much. 24 years of age, so he's still very young, got a lot of growth to do. He started off with this card in FIFA 13. He got upgraded to a gold quite quickly, and then has just hovered around this sort of middle mark. Not really burst into what they wanted, but it's going to be a good squad player for Juventus to have. They're going to be able to play him left wing back, right wing back, however they want to, or if they want to go back to the 4 at the back that they did in some games last season. They can do whatever they want now, and he's going to be so versatile, can play on either side, and hopefully for his sake and for Juve's sake, he grows a bit more as a player. There's a lot of signings in this episode that I just actually really kind of like. I don't know what it is about this one, but I just find it to be pretty cool. That is Kurt Zouma, has just signed on loan for Stoke. He signed a new contract with Chelsea, and then they took him on loan. Now, he's had a bit of an interesting history again. It's relatively simple. Started off at Saint Etienne. He was there for a couple of seasons before being bought by Chelsea. He had a bit of a breakthrough season for the FIFA 16 year. Played a lot of games. I think it's something like 25 to 30 appearances. I'll get the exact number for you. 23 Premier League appearances and 32 in all competitions. But then obviously he had that horrific leg break. I'm sure you guys remember where his leg went the wrong way basically. And then he didn't really feature all that much last year. And I think it's a very good move. And I think it's a fantastic signing for Stoke. I really do, to pick him up on loan. He's going to be very, very good for them. And hopefully he can blossom as a player and really start to show what he can do if he gets regular starts all season long. Now, this episode is such a heavy defender and goalkeeper episode. It's probably more than any other. It's usually attackers because they're normally the big money ones. But Andrew Robertson is going to finish off our episode. He is obviously a new signing for Liverpool FC. Now, he started off at Dundee. I'm pretty sure that's Dundee. I think so. He started off at Dundee in the Scottish League, ended up getting a Team of Season card, was bought by Hull. He's been one of the most promising players for fullbacks for a few years now. He's always highly rated on FIFA or Football Manager, all that sort of thing. And he's obviously had a big impact. Every time I see him at Hull, he looks very, very good. A good, solid fullback that can go up and down the wing. I know a lot of the Hull fans were upset to see him go, especially for a relatively low fee. So it's a signing Liverpool have needed all season long. Obviously, Alberto Moreno wasn't cutting it. They were playing James Milner there. I think he's going to settle in quite well there, and I think he's going to be very, very good to that Liverpool back line. But that, guys, brings us to the end of this episode. If you have enjoyed it, smash the like button. Let me know if you want me to keep doing these transfer specials, and I will do so. Subscribe if it's your first time watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.